Since May 1st, 1999, our bright yellow sponge has been dominating cartoons as we know them. Well, the show has changed substantially, but it still entertains kids till this day. Not to mention, all the merchandise. I mean, if you got a character that is loved by thousands, what do? You make money off of them, of course! That's business, baby, and that's exactly what Nickelodeon did with our little SpongeBob. Hell, have you seen the amount of merch there is? It's crazy! We got SpongeBob toys, chairs, blankets, t-shirts, hoodies, costumes, toys, shoes, hats, oven mitts, tampons, plushies, phone cases, cereal, fruit snacks, and of course, video games. Now there's many official SpongeBob games that were released, but there is definitely a lot more fan material to work with, and we're going into both. Oh boy, the SpongeBob games that exist out there! I'm not ready. To properly order this video, it's going to be split into 3 parts. Flash games, fan games, and official games. Are you ready, kids? Let's go- wait, wrong character. Flash games. Who could forget them? Goofing off on cool math games in class, Happy Wheels all over YouTube. They played a big role in my childhood, and I'm sure most of you can relate to that. One thing I liked doing was going to the Nickelodeon website to see what was available there. The games were okay, but how about we see what they have now? Let's start off with a game called Krabby Patty Crisis. And we're already off to a great start with these game modes. We got Patty Royale. I see they're taking inspiration from all the popular Battle Royale games right now. Serve and Protect. Seems like the T is trying to escape this game before we even start. And here are our controls. Ammo types. Let's see what we got here. We have regular, boring. We have sticky. We have pickler. And finally we have fryby. More like fry, I don't want to play this game. Haha. So this game is a simple top-down shooter where the goal is to feed the customers before they get to the bottom of the screen. You receive money for each customer fed and receive different ammo types the longer you play. But be careful, some customers eat 2 Krabby Patties. As you can see, SpongeBob has a killer of an arm. Our next runner-up is SpongeBob, cartoon creator. It's always been my life dream to create a SpongeBob fanfic of my own, and now I can! Avatars. Guess I gotta make my own original character. Give me a second. Done! Meet Justin the Head Fish. He's a fish. He's a lonely, down-on-his-luck businessman who was recently fired from his job. He now copes with the shame and depression by drinking lots of alcohol, which tore his family apart. Time to create my original epic story. Done! I present my masterpiece.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
I listen to public radio.
Firmly grasp it!
The next couple games were odd, to say the least. Patty Panic, a simple clone of Burger Time. You ever played Burger Time? Well, then you played Patty Panic. Spitwad Showdown, a game about pelting your best friend with lots of bullets. Man, you alright, Patrick? He's kind of just taking it. SpongeBob's Karate Contest, a game that's incorrect to SpongeBob lore because I'm pretty sure Sandy doesn't live that close to SpongeBob. Stepping away from the Nickelodeon website, we enter Newgrounds. Remember that site? It's here we find a game called SpongeBob SquarePants V2. And it's basically an RPG of sorts? I mean, just look at all the stats at the bottom of the screen. Looks like an RPG to me. Holy crap! SpongeBob is loaded! Look at all that money! This game centers around missions, going around town and completing simple quests for your friends. Such as Mr. Krabs needing you to get something from Patrick. Or even better, commit assault on a guy who dumped his daughter! How do I fight?
No, SpongeBob!
First try!
No!
Our final game is a weird one. SpongeBob Saw game. A Saw and SpongeBob collaboration? And it's a point and click? That's right, SpongeBob and Jigsaw, the crossover everyone has been asking for. The game starts off with SpongeBob waking up to find that his pet snail Gary has been pet-napped. Ah, Plankton. Up to his old tricks once again. Oh no, Jigsaw! Guess it's up to us to get our pet snail back from the psychotic kidnapper. The game contains various puzzles and plays as you expect from a regular point and click. It's actually a pretty solid adventure. I eventually even completed it and got to the end. It's fairly short, only taking about 30 minutes or so. Well, here's the ending, if you wanted to see that. Oh hell yeah! I want my SpongeBob / Saw crossover sequel. Make sure Detective Tab is this one though. And that concludes our Flash game portion of the video. I'd say we found a decent set of games, and even a little hidden gem. It's time to move on to our next topic, the fan games. So grab your SpongeBob merch and let's dive in. Now tell me, what happens to the most popular games and characters? Well, you get fan creations, and SpongeBob is no different. And I'll admit, fans can create some amazing things. I mean, look at Sonic Mania, a game made by Sonic fans, and that was great. Maybe it'll be the same for SpongeBob?
I don't know.
Oh no. Five Nights at Freddy's? Alright, to put it simply, it's a FNAF clone, with a couple of changes. There isn't much else to talk about besides the fact that the graphics are extremely high quality. They're very well done. Why are there animatronics in the Krusty Krab? Because Mr. Krabs wanted employees similar to the real ones. And Sandy was there. There's actually a sequel to this game that looks equally as great, so good on the creator. Oh my god! I got early access to the new Battle for Bikini Bottom remake! Take a look! Okay, fine. You caught me. I'll admit, this isn't the official remake. I know, I'm sorry. This was actually an attempt to remake the popular game before there was an official remake in development. But unfortunately, this remake attempt is now abandoned. Also, this happened. Moving on from that, I have a game based off a SpongeBob YouTube video titled SpongeBob Mac and Cheese. Hope you like macaroni. This game is pretty simple. Simply throw a bowl to Mr. Squidward. This game will have you spamming the fire button faster than it took Activision to put microtransactions in a video game. Oh, this game has bosses? This might be a little difficult. The game is pretty easy, though the farther you progress, the more obstacles you face. Like cannons that shoot. The game is fairly short. I even made it to the final boss. I'm this close to beating this game. Yes? Come on? Almost there? Yeah! Oh. Ooh, an extra mode? Help! Help, get me out of here! Next up is a horror game titled The Krusty Cellar. Some of you probably already know this game, as a couple of big YouTubers already made a Let's Play video on it. Oh, hey, Mr. Krabs.
What have I done?
Whatever you say, Krabs. The goal of the game is simple. Navigate a maze and get that chocolate back. It only took me a couple of tries, but I finally got it. The glorious chocolate. I think it's time to get out of here. Hey, buddy, you feeling a little sad? Oh, okay, never mind. Looks like SpongeBob did a little LSD before coming down here. Here's your damn chocolate, Krabs. Man, he really wanted you to know that this wasn't an official game. SpongeBob's Day of Terror! This game is extremely simple, basically being a Slender type of game. It's based off the episode Rock Bottom. You know, the one where he tries to escape Rock Bottom.
Next bus leaves in 5 seconds.
The goal of the game is simple. Collect $90 worth of items in order to buy a bus ticket and successfully escape Rock Bottom. All the while being chased by this guy. Absolutely menacing. Grab the patty, SpongeBob. Grab the patty, SpongeBob! The game was really short, lasting about 3 minutes. Good effort though. An RPG Maker game? Oh boy, copyrighted music. My favorite. Hey, this game looks alright. Oh. Never mind. Hey, Gary, how are you? What the? 2 Garys? Something is a little fishy here. No pun intended. 2 Squidwards? Uh-oh. I'm seeing stars. Oh, hey, Mr. Krabs. What happened to the macaroni gig? Looking a little, choked up there, Krabs. But he didn't. Oh boy, our first fight. This is gonna be intense. Well, that was kinda easy. Oh boy, our first boss! This'll probably be easy. Well, that was an intense difficulty spike. Why is Dirty Bubble just an uncropped JPEG? Yeah, I couldn't handle much more of that one. Have you ever thought to yourself, man, I wish Black Ops Zombies had more SpongeBob.
What the fuck?
Well, wish no more. Presenting Krusty Zombies. This one is pretty cool. It's like a real zombies map. It's got perks, a mystery box, item drops, a pack-a-punch machine, and even the hellhounds are replaced with jellyfish. Hell, it's even got its own wonder weapon. It's a bubble gun named after the Wonder Waff. This is awesome. Right now, it's in early development, but I can't wait to see what it becomes further down the road. Uh-oh. Out of ammo on both my guns. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, come on! Now, this game is the one I've been looking forward to.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
This game is amazing. It's got good design, great music, fun boss battles, and tight controls. This game is extremely well made, and you can tell. The story involves Plankton attempting to recreate the dreaded Plan Z, using the magic pencil from the Doodlebob episode. He brainwashes all of SpongeBob's friends in order to keep the chum bucket secure. Unable to prevent Plankton from activating his plans, SpongeBob decides to receive help from someone who knows a lot more about Doodles. Doodlebob himself. He looks trustworthy, and so the game begins. I had more fun with this game than any of the others, and unfortunately, it's actually pretty short, taking only about 30 minutes to complete. The game's level select is laid out like Mega Man's level select. A nice touch. You get a choice from 4 bosses: Patrick in Jellyfish Fields, Mr. Krabs in the Krusty Krab, Sandy in the Tree Dome, and Squidward in his own house. The final boss being Plankton in the Chum Bucket. The game uses music from a lot of other popular SNES and N64 games, like Mario 64 and Mega Man X games. Now if that doesn't make you want to play the game, then I don't know what will. Gameplay involves simple platforming with a drawing mechanic, using your magic pencil to draw the platforms you walk on. You can also use the eraser, being your main form of attack. If you had to pick any of these fan games, I'd definitely go with this one. It's extremely well made and deserves the praise. Now, here's something a little different. These are ROM hacks. And this is Super SpongeBob Kart. This game is a ROM hack of a popular Mario-themed racing game, Mario Kart, but instead of Mario, it's our favorite little sea sponge. As you can see, SpongeBob finally got his driver's license. He also lost his clothes, as did Patrick. Get freaking wrecked, Patrick. I hope we can all agree that this right here is pretty terrifying. This ROM hack actually adds a bunch of new courses to the game, along with the SpongeBob aesthetic. So let's take a look at our selectable characters. We got Irrelevant Snail, Naked SpongeBob, Plankton, Sandy, Nudist Patrick, Slightly Deformed Mr. Krabs, Thick Squidward, and Garrison. This is SpongeBob games after all. These courses are actually pretty punishing. I mean, look at that! The water blends with the road in this course. Sometimes I'll even get boosted into the walls, causing me to jump over it and into the water. Even after all the pain, I still took first place every time. Hell yeah! Oh. Oh god, I don't want that. Okay. Bye. I highly enjoyed this hack, even though Plankton was being a little shit most of the time. I recommend it if you're looking for a decent Mario Kart ROM hack. After that nightmare-inducing experience, I'd like to show something a little more simple. Super Mr. Krabs!
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs!
A Super Mario Bros. ROM hack, changing the visuals to fit a SpongeBob theme. The game is pretty simple, and lasts a mere 6 levels. Although... Hey, what the... Oh... Welcome to the Crab Zone, huh? Okay. Excuse me? World -1? Am I in a creepypasta? One day, I was playing my favorite game, Super Mr. Krabs. When I went to the second level, the pipe was blocked off. I decided to go around and into the Crab Zone, which sent me to World -1. Mr. Krabs looked at me with his hyper-realistic face and said, as it turns out, you travel through World -1, 2, 3, and -4. Once you get to World -4, you reach the castle. Once successfully navigating the castle, you head to the final fight. Pfft, the Flying Dutchman? Oh, don't worry, we'll be seeing a lot more of him. Once you get past the weird-looking Flying Dutchman, you reach SpongeBob. Now what's my reward?
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs!
This game was good. I'm no stranger to SpongeBob games. While some of them aren't as good as we remember, there were memories made, especially if you happen to be young while playing most of these. Although, a few of these games still hold up to this day, being fun and enjoyable. We already see how Battle for Bikini Bottom is getting a remake. We're going to dive into the lesser known SpongeBob games. The one that could have been easily overlooked. Perhaps they were overlooked for good reason? We're going to find out. Let's get into our picks for official SpongeBob games, and finish each and every single one. Just to note, my thoughts on these games are my opinion, as were the other reviews, so take them as you will. I'm sure some of you had at least one of these. A plug-and-play game. This one to be exact. SpongeBob SquarePants, the Fry Cook Games, based on the episode of the same name. Let's select our character and get started. Look at all these characters. Eat your heart out, Smash Ultimate. The game, to put it simply, is a minigame compilation, starting at Bikini Bottom Qualifiers. During this stage, you play 6 minigames. Runaway Tray, Air Patty. Look at this crowd, they love me. They're staring in awe. Stack-a-Snack, Patty Sauce Showdown, Grill Skating, and Jelly Flop. The number of minigames gets higher each level, with the end containing all 9 minigames. The 3 new additional being Pickle Barrel Dash, Deep Sea Diving, and Dessert Highboard. In order to proceed to the next level, you need to get a gold medal. To receive a gold medal, you must place first place at the end of each competition. Looking good, Krabs. And yes, I got gold every single time. Except for the last level. Screw that. I don't want to. The game started out okay, but by the end, I was dragging my feet. The minigames got repetitive and just plain boring. The only thing that kept me going was the fact that I wanted to see the next minigame that would be unlocked. But I can't judge it too harshly. It is a plug-and-play game after all. Going back a little farther than 2004, we're going to the ancient year of 2001. Slap the game on screen. SpongeBob SquarePants, Legend of the Lost Spatula. This game is a 2D platformer released on the Game Boy Color. It has an original story, not based on the specific episode from the show. This adventure is an odd one. The story begins with SpongeBob stumbling across a mysterious statue and proceeds to go tell Mr. Krabs about his discovery. Mr. Krabs just so happens to know the origins of this statue for some reason. What secrets do you know, Crab? He states that SpongeBob must find the golden spatula in order to become the master fry cook. And so begins our... oh, that's not SpongeBob. I know SpongeBob. And his eyes are not that soulless. It looks just like the show! Oh, my pants indicate my health? Okay. Wonder what happens if I get hit again. One of those fish said I had to talk to Mrs. Puff. Looking... good? Oh god, the camera is awful! The way it jerks around and turns so quickly, it can give someone motion sickness. Could you play a game like this? It makes platforming difficult. There's even a small delay on jumping. But the music... it's pretty damn good. You spend most of this game opening chests to find items like weapons and ammo. And April Fool's jokes. It's the end of May! New pants. Oh, thank God, I just shipped my other ones. This also happens. I know SpongeBob is a sponge, but... so after finding the chest containing a map, we unlock the other areas of the game to find the knobs to the statue we seen earlier. The knobs acting as keys. Each of these new areas have one knob, and we have to get all 4. Now, isn't SpongeBob a kid show? Then why does SpongeBob go around flashing people? Surprisingly, there's actually bosses in this game, 4 to be exact. They're pretty simple, but it's a nice addition. One of the missions involves finding Patrick's shorts. But when I found them, they were pretty tiny. Guess he's gotta contain all that thickness somehow. Oh god, Patrick, put that away! This game really loves this nudity. Should be rated A, with all this nudity. The game is very basic, having nothing to make it stand out besides the fact that it's a SpongeBob game. I eventually did finish it, reaching the final boss in hell! Oh boy, and you'll never guess who it was. The Flying Dutchman! Told you we'd see him again. Oh no, he's trying to vore us! In order to beat him this time, we must force feed him. The boss fight was pretty easy. You just chuck patties at him until he's done attacking you. And that's the face of failure. Overall, the game is severely flawed. The camera was awful, the jumping was delayed, the backgrounds were ugly. The weapons weren't fun to use. The only good that came out of it was, honestly, the music. I won't lie, I did have a little fun seeing all the sprites. They gave me a good laugh. The game was all too easy. Then again, it was aimed at children. I suggest avoiding this one. SpongeBob Super Sponge. The game begins with this weird intro made of clips from the show. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go is hard. And all I do. If I had to use one word to describe this game, it'd be not bad, but not good either. The story begins with SpongeBob looking for a birthday present for Patrick, asking the two superheroes in the SpongeBob universe, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, for a signed photo.
Gary, I just had a great idea about what to get Patrick for his birthday.
Oh, no, not you again. Just keep the noise down. What do you want?
It's my best friend Patrick's birthday, and a signed photo of his favorite superheroes would be the best thing ever.
Barnacle Boy sends SpongeBob off to get sandwich ingredients in exchange for said photo. And so, our game begins. Right away you can tell the graphics are actually visually appealing. Everything looks as if it was part of the show. What the hell is that constant beeping? Well, every time you have 0 spatulas, a constant beeping will play, drilling into your head, reminding you that you're going to die sad and alone unless you collect more. Oh, so Sonic's ring system, but with an annoying sound. The first weapon you start with is your jellyfish net, catching jellyfish and throwing them at your enemies with this sad little throw. You will later find new weapons throughout the game. Once you get the first ingredient, you're off to the next level, Sandy's Tree Dome. In this level, you put on the helmet, or put it on, quote unquote, and jump your way through the tree while keeping your helmet full of water. If you start to get low on water, a counter begins to count down. Man, this game took a lot of inspiration from Sonic. The next level takes place in the quote-unquote carnival, simply adding basic swinging platforms and such. After that, the next level is the boss level, where the bread is. Now, after every 3 levels, there's a boss fight. Loving that detailed health bar, by the way. It's literally just made of circles. Now once you beat the boss and collect the bread, you go visit our 2 heroes for the second time.
I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Oh!
Once there, Barnacle Boy will send you off on another mission.
I'm on my way.
And this is the entire game. Rinse and repeat for 4 chapters and you're done. The game was fairly bland, not offering much but being a mediocre platformer. I mean, Mr. Krabs doesn't even sound like Krabs!
SpongeBob! Now listen, boy. I'm counting on you to use this here coral blower to make your way around Bikini Bottom.
There just wasn't much interesting about this game. I mean, you get some different weapons. The reef blower, karate glove, balloon, jellyfish gun. Oh yeah, the Flying Dutchman makes a return in this game too. The game just got boring towards the end. Once it got to the last couple of levels, I just wanted to finish it already. It started off okay, but it went downhill from there. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't cover Battle for Bikini Bottom, that being the most popular. Well, like I said, I'll be covering the most obscure games of the official releases, at least this time. I also don't want to spoil anything for new players looking forward to the remake. As for the movie game, it's the opposite of obscure. I'll likely cover it some other time. Either way, those are my picks for the Odd and Interesting Spongebob games. Did you enjoy my list? This is my first time ever doing something like this, and I hope to improve as time goes on, but for now, this is my first attempt. If you did like the video, leave a like, and I might do a sequel for this one, covering more of the official games released. I hope you enjoy what I'm doing now, and you can look forward to more content like this soon. If you want to keep up to date with this, why not subscribe? I'll be doing more videos like this in the coming days. Thank you all for watching and supporting the channel. I'll see you on the next video.